Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a quick tutorial for you all on how to layer and properly apply two LipSense colors. So what you want to do is make sure that you start off with fresh, clean lips. I did have another color on called Mulled Wine. That's why my lips are a little bit stained right now. I used the Oops Remover and applied it over the top of my LipSense and let it sit for about 5 minutes. You'll notice the color starts to break up and you will feel more of like a tacky texture. When you first get the Oops on, it's more of like a silky kind of oily feeling, maybe more to the texture of a lip gloss. So once it breaks up, it gets real sticky and you'll see the color moving. I'm just gonna grab a wipe and I'm gonna make sure that my lips are clean. Got to make sure that there isn't any residual oops on there, or maybe you just brushed your teeth this morning and there's possible toothpaste or whatever. Maybe some powder from your makeup application. So let's just go ahead and clean off our lips. You can use a makeup wipe. You can use a washcloth with a little warm water, and you just want to clean the area. We're going to be using Bravo and First Love. I'm going to hold my hand up back here to see if you guys could possibly see the color better. These two are both pretty nude. I have somewhat of a smoky eye on today, and I don't want to overpower my eye makeup with a super powerful lip. So we are going to start with, let's start with First Love. We want to make sure that we're really shaking these up really well. Got to hear that ball moving around in there. The better that this product is mixed, then the better color application you're going to get, because what keeps this product on your lips is small particles of the color, which is actually building. So I'm going to take our First Love, and your first layer needs to be as thin as possible, almost like a stain. So what I like to do is pull the lip gloss wand out of there, and you're actually going to use the tube just like this and scrape off as much color as possible. The other thing is, this point, you don't have to go in one direction. You can kind of go back and forth to evenly coat your lips. I have a mirror down here, so I'm gonna be looking down for a second. But I'm gonna start from the outer corner and bring it in. So just like that, a super thin layer. This is probably already dry because that's how sheer it is. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the top. One important thing to remember during this whole application process is do not press your lips together and do not rub. So no smushing, pressing them. Like right now, this is dry, so we're not going to have an issue. But if you have a thick layer of color on and you're physically rubbing or pressing, what's going to happen is that color is going to be tacky, and so it's pulling the color up as you're doing that, and it's not going to dry flat. So your application of your LipSense is going to be kind of gritty, and you may feel some texture to it. So let's go ahead and do the top lips. Once again, scrape as much product as possible off. I'm going to start with the Cupid's bow, and for the waterline, just make sure it's dry in there. If your lips aren't dry on the inside, it's not going to stick. So let's do the top. There we go. So now we have our top and bottom completed. That's one coat. The next coat that I'm going to do is going to be Bravo. A lot of people like this color for the color, but they hate it when they actually try to apply it, because a lot of people feel like it goes on streaky. So I always recommend putting a layer of something else that you like to use down on the bottom first. So I'm still going to scrape some of this product off, not as much as my first application, but I am going to start with the bottom lip, do one swipe towards the other side, and then go back in and do the waterline. If you try to catch it all in one time, I feel like the brush is a little bit small, so if your lips are a little fuller, you might have a hard time covering the entire lip. there is our bottom lip with Bravo. Let's do the top. Okay, this has to be done in 3 coats, so we have 1 more to go. It doesn't burn after you've gone through the exfoliation process, so what I'm doing right now is just kind of fanning it down so it dries. The better this is dried down, the better end result you're going to get. If the color is tacky and you go to put another coat over the top, you're going to see the color lift. So just let it dry down a little bit. It is going to feel a little tacky at first, and that will go away once you get the gloss on. So let's do our last coat. On layer 3. Okay, that's 3 coats. So the thing about this too that I have noticed is with the gloss tip applicator, you can use it kind of as a liner, but the other thing I'm going to let you know is right at the top of that you get a lot of product. So if you try to use this directly on the top of the Cupid's bow first, you're gonna get a lot of color that's pushing out, that's gonna make like a thicker line towards the outer portions of your lips. So to prevent that, I'd say start it here and then kind of push the wand up. Don't start the wand right on the outer corner. Okay, so we're gonna finish this off just with the clear glossy gloss. You can be as liberal as you want with this gloss. The more gloss, the longer actually I feel like your lip is gonna last. Another thing that I like to recommend is definitely put on gloss before you eat your lunch. And don't forget about those inner corners. And now you can rub them together all you want. So we have on 1 bottom layer of First Love and 2 coats of Bravo over the top with the glossy gloss. So just like that. The only reason why I layered something underneath Bravo is because it is streaky, like I said towards the beginning of this video. To prevent the streaky from happening, if you do a color underneath it, I feel like it works wonders. The other thing you can do too is if you have a sheer color that you're trying to use, start off with a color that is more frost pigmented and then do your sheer colors over the top. The frost lip scents have more of a color payoff to them. They're not so sheer, so it's allowing your lip to have more of a base color or coat, so that LipSense has something else to adhere to once you're putting the sheer color on top. If you're not a fan of layering your lipsticks, you can always order tattoo ring cups. They look like little tiny plastic cups that you can put on your finger. You can actually scrape the color off into the cup, pre-mix the color, and then do your actual LipSense application. So hopefully this clears up any questions that anyone might be having about how to properly apply your LipSense color. It is fairly easy. It wouldn't have taken me this long if I wasn't doing this video. So let me know in the comments below if there are any questions. I'll also put a link up for the colors, and if you do need colors, you could always let me know. The other thing is this is going to be on all day long. Make sure that you are applying that glossy gloss liberally, and as long as you're putting it on before you're eating and you're drinking enough water, you should not have any problems with it coming off. There is an exfoliation process that does happen in the beginning when you first are new to LipSense. So what it's doing is taking off any wax products that may have left a residual on your lips, and it's going to cause your lips to feel a little dry and possibly peel. For me, that went away after, I would say, 3 days. And if you're consistent with the LipSense, then you shouldn't have that problem. But remember that if you are going back and forth between a regular lipstick or even a chapstick at night or in between uses, you are going to start that exfoliation process again. So my tip to you, stick with it. The product's great. You can combine your own colors and have fun with it. I mean, life's too short to be worrying about lipstick. That's my motto. Colorless. Have a good day, guys. Bye.